Welcome back, dear students. This video is for class 10th subject science chapter number 13, that is magnetic effects of current, and this is lecture number 2. So without wasting any time, let us see the content of the lecture. So in this lecture we are going to study the magnetic fields due to a straight current carrying conductor. We'll study the right hand thumb rule and the factors on which the magnetic field strength depends. So let us begin with our first topic, that is magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. So when we talk about the magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor, then there is an arrangement, or we are going to perform an activity in which we have a cardboard, and in that cardboard we have passed a wire which can be of copper. Let's say it is copper wire. And we have made a conducting electrical circuit through this wire. So we have key, ammeter, which will measure the electric current, as well as by deflection we'll get to know that this current is flowing. And we have a battery, because of which the current will flow, because this provides the potential difference, because of which charge flows. And for production of magnetic field in a conductor, what we need? The flow of charge, because flowing charges can produce magnetic field. So here in this activity, when we close this key, then battery is providing a potential difference of V volts. The current will start flowing in this wire. And as this is the positive terminal of the battery and this one is the negative terminal of the battery, what will happen? That the current will flow in this direction. You can say from down towards up. So what we have to do? We have to sprinkle the iron filings on the cardboard. And when the current will start flowing through it, then what will happen? The magnetic effect will get generated. And because of the magnetic field generated around this conductor, some particular arrangements or patterns will be formed because of the iron filing. So that iron filing will take that particular pattern because of the magnetic field around it. And that will show that what kind of magnetic field is there around the straight conductor having a current. So when we studied this, what happened? Then the iron filings which were there on the cardboard, they make circle around the wire. And these circles were concentric circles. That means their center was same. And what was their center? The conducting wire. So we can say that the magnetic field which is produced by a straight current carrying conductor is represented by concentric circles centered at the conductor of the wire. So now we got to know that yes, a straight current carrying conductor is having a magnetic field which is in the form of concentric circles and the center is the conducting wire. So how to find the direction of the magnetic field? Because for a bar magnet, we know that the magnetic field lines, they originate from the north and end up at the south, or you can say enter into the magnet at the south pole. So this was the direction. But how to get the direction of the magnetic field around a straight conductor? Because you can assume that if this is the conductor, then the concentric circles formed. So here I am showing you one example that if this pen is the straight conductor connected to an electric circuit and the current is flowing, and this tip of the pen is giving you the direction of the current, then what kind of magnetic field is getting produced around it? This circle is showing you that the magnetic field around the conductor is circular in shape. And there will be many circles I am showing you only one, but there will be concentric circles. Some will be first near the this conductor, then at the little distance we'll have many circles of the magnetic field lines. Here, with the help of this paper and my pen, I'm trying to show you the types of concentric circles which will get produced, or the arrangements that iron filing will take when the current passes through this conductor, this straight conductor. So this kind of arrangement that iron filing will take. And this is what? Nothing but the magnetic field lines representing the path of the magnetic field around a straight conductor. So you can see here we have concentric circles, and the center of all the circles is the conducting wire. So as it is the current which causes the magnetic field to get produced around the conductor, so when we increase the amount of current flowing in the circuit, then large number of magnetic field will be here and more number of concentric circles will be formed. So it depends on the value of current, that how many or what will be the strength of the magnetic field around a conductor. So right hand thumb rule is used to find the direction of the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor around it. And how it gives the direction of the magnetic field around the current carrying conductor? The right hand thumb rule says that if a current carrying conductor is imagined to be held in the right hand such that the thumb points in the direction of current, then the curled fingers of that hand indicates the direction of magnetic field. You might have seen the like button or the like button at the Facebook, WhatsApp, Insta. So that right hand thumb impression is actually the sign of right hand thumb rule, through which we can understand the direction of, we can find out the direction of the magnetic field around a conductor having current. So how can we say so? That this law says that the current carrying conductor is imagined to be held in the right hand such that I have that conductor in my right hand like this, and the current is passing from here to in this direction. So it is coming from downwards and coming up to the upward force, upward direction. Then how, because these curled fingers, you can see here that these curled fingers are showing the magnetic field lines around it. But how to know what direction it is? So you have to remember that the curl that our fingers take while holding this pen. So I have taken my curls like this. So this is the direction of the magnetic field lines. That when current is flowing from the down to up and we are holding the conductor in our right hand in such a way that the conductor points the direction of, or you can say that the thumb, let me show you it once, that this is our thumb rule. That if we are carrying the conductor in our hand in such a way that our thumb is giving the direction or pointing in the direction of the current, then our curled fingers, they will give us the direction of the magnetic field around the conductor. That means the direction of the magnetic field around the conductor is coming this way. And this is how magnetic field direction can be obtained using right hand thumb rule. So let us apply this. So we have a conductor, a straight conductor here, in which the current is flowing from down to up, and the concentric circles are formed around it. So what is the direction? The direction should be this, like this is the conductor and this should be the circle formed. So this will come. So this is the direction of the magnetic field, that at the side of our side, the direction will be this way, and the circle which is coming behind the wire, or you can say if let's say this is the circle that we have and this is our conductor which is having current from up to down, then here this arrow will point the direction of the magnetic field, and when it moves like this, this will be the arrow. Or let me show it by marking it. So this will be the direction of magnetic field, or here this will be the direction of your magnetic field. So we can make it like so. This is how you have to obtain the magnetic field direction. What happens if the direction is reversed? That means now this right hand is giving you a symbol of dislike, like this. When you are doing to a person in this way, that means you are disliking that particular thing or that person. But we are not talking about the dislikeness or not, but here the current is flowing in such a way that our thumb is indicating the direction of the current, and the curled fingers, I am trying to make it as best as I can. So this will be the direction of the curled fingers. If I show my this thumb in this way, that I am holding the conductor, and now the current is flowing from here towards this. So my thumb is pointing towards the end of the conductor, and the curled finger should give the direction of magnetic field. So if we take this as a position, so this will be, and from this side we'll get it this way. So this is how you have to obtain the direction of the magnetic field. Now let us talk about the factors affecting the magnetic field strength. Magnetic field strength is denoted by a capital alphabet B. So as we know that when we increase the amount of current in the electrical circuit with the help of variable resistance, because here V is fixed and R can be adjusted to increase the value of current or decrease the value of current. So when we increase the value of current in an electric circuit, then magnetic field lines will be more, or you can say the strength of magnetic field line will increase. And how we are going to go and get it? That when we perform the cardboard spreaded with iron filings, and in between we are passed a conductor through it and we are passing the electricity through it. So the concentric circles formed will be more in number. So that will tell us the magnetic field strength is increased now. So we can say that the strength of magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor is directly proportional to the amount of current flowing through it. So we can say B, that is magnetic field strength, is directly proportional to the current flowing in the circuit. So this is our equation number 1. Then second is the distance, let's say it is R, from the conductor, that what is the effect on the magnetic field strength at a distance R, or what will be the strength of the magnetic field at a distance R from the conductor. So if we perform the same experiment, that we have a conducting wire in which the current is flowing, so we can see that when we place the magnetic compass near the wire, it will give more deflection. So this amount of deflection will be more. But when we keep it away from the wire, although this should be in the range of the magnetic field of the conductor, but if it is weak, because as we go away, the magnetic field strength decreases. So this deflection will be low. So this tells us that the strength of magnetic field due to current carrying conductor is inversely proportional to the distance from the conductor. That as we go away from the wire or away from the conductor, the field strength is decreasing. So we can write it as B is directly proportional to 1 by R. So this becomes our second equation. Let us combine 1 and 2 equation. It becomes strength is directly proportional to I by R. When we remove this proportionality constant, we put a constant called mu naught by 2 pi. And we have I by R. T is Tesla, or you can say the SI unit of magnetic field strength. So here mu naught is the permeability of the vacuum, and its value is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. We have discussed about the permeability of vacuum, that the amount, or you can say the preference or the amount of magnetic field lines pass through the vacuum or any medium is as permeability. As we were talking about the permittivity in case of electric field, so here in case of magnetic field we have permeability. We have discussed in detail while doing the assignment questions, so I'll not go in detail now. So here mu naught is the permeability of vacuum, I is the current flowing through the conductor and it is in amperes, R is the distance from the conductor, and T is in Tesla, which is SI unit of magnetic field. And what are the dimension unit of Tesla? 1 Tesla is 1 Newton upon 1 ampere into 1 meter. So it is when 1 Newton force is felt, when 1 ampere of current is flowing through the circuit and the field is measured at 1 meter distance. So that strength, field strength, is known as 1 Tesla. So it can be written as 1 Newton per meter per ampere. So let us see today's homework. So in lecture number 2, you have 2 questions as homework. Question number 1 is, what is the right hand thumb rule? How it is used to find the direction of magnetic field around a current carrying conductor. Question number 2 is, explain the factors on which the strength of magnetic field depends. Now let us see the homework solutions of lecture number 1. So in lecture number 1, we were having 4 questions in total. And the first question was, why does a compass needle gets deflected when brought near a bar magnet? That we know that compass needle is a small magnet which experiences a force when placed in a magnetic field of the bar magnet. So it gets deflected because of the force of the magnetic field around the bar magnet. Question number 2 is, draw magnetic field lines around a bar magnet. So we know that a bar magnet is having the magnetic field lines originating from the north and entering at the south pole of the magnet. And they are represented in this way with the arrows pointing from north to south outside the magnet and from south to north inside the magnet. Question number 3 is list the properties of the magnetic field lines. So the properties we have discussed in details. Now we are just making a list of it. That magnetic lines of force are closed continuous curves. Second, tangent at any point on magnetic field line gives the direction of magnetic field at that point. Third is, no two magnetic field lines intersect each other. Why? Because if two magnetic field lines intersect each other, that means at the same point we are having two directions of magnetic field, which is not possible. So magnetic field lines never intersect each other. The fourth property is that magnetic field lines are crowded in the region of strong magnetic field, and magnetic field lines are diverged in a region of weak magnetic field. That means the degree of closeness of magnetic field lines depends on the strength of the magnetic field. Question number 4 is, why don't two magnetic field lines intersect each other? So you have to make lines by your own, but I am telling you the reason, although we have discussed it many times, but the thing that is said in the question, that why don't two magnetic field lines intersect each other? That the answer is that the two magnetic field lines cannot intersect each other, because if they do so, that they cut at a point, then by drawing the tangent we will find the direction of the magnetic field at that point. But if two lines cut each other and we draw a tangent on both of them at the point, then it provides us two directions of magnetic field. For a same point, for a same magnetic field, we cannot have two lines of magnetic force. So that is why it is said that magnetic field lines never intersect each other. So this was all about today's lecture. We have done the solution part, we have seen the homework, and we have done our concept. In the next lecture is do the magnetic field produced around a circular coil and a solenoid. So till then, take care and goodbye.